welcome to my bike ride. Now, there's over 250 million people worldwide that have this disorder, hypothyroidism, and the treatment I received when I was hyperthyroid, which is on the upper level of the scale, was radioactive iodine surgery. Now, if radioactive iodine surgery is the solution for hyperthyroidism, then it basically points directly to anyone suffering with hypothyroid that they have inadvertently received radioactive iodine from one of these major catastrophic events that we've had in the last 30 years, Chernobyl and Fukushima. Now, if you just think about it for a minute, isn't it quite obvious? The solution for me to remove part of my gland was radioactive iodine. Now, one of the main things that gets released in a nuclear accident is radioactive iodine. So, I mean, that is quite a simple little circle. And then now they're saying, oh, radioactive iodine has been used successfully for 30 years with no problems at all. Well, let me tell you, when I was diagnosed in 2011 and had the list that the doctor prepared on my file of the known side effects, I cannot understand how they're still using this procedure. Basically, it even created a new disease that the outer lining of your lung starts putting pressure on your lungs, so it makes it hard to breathe. It's like a new disease. I mean, they don't have any treatment for it. The doctor basically told me, I hope you have a high pain threshold. So it's like, okay, when that starts happening, now I'm on another pharmaceutical. I don't think so. I think I'll deal with it as it is. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because the only way to really prove anything is to have people submit when they were diagnosed, where they were at the time, and then we can start to look at the data and say, okay, in 1990, North America started showing this huge increase in thyroid disease. In 2011, shortly after Fukushima, thyroid rates spiked on the west coast of North America. And I mean, this is a fact that's known, but because no one is taking the data and presenting it as evidence against the nuclear industry, they just keep going. So let's try to make some change here. I really don't believe that leaving our garbage on the sidewalk for 100,000 years is going to do any good for future generations. We have sites all over the United States that are just stockpiled with spent rods, basically just waiting for a major catastrophic event to set them off. Now, I have documents about the what Canada has just done. It recently was forced the nuclear power plants in Canada to have a stockpile of iodine in case there's an accident. Well, why didn't Health Canada issue iodine after Fukushima? It doesn't make sense to me at all. Now, in Europe, after Chernobyl, lots of the countries issued iodine to its citizens and protected so many of them. People that I know that live in Greece and in other parts of Europe quite close to Chernobyl, for years they wash everything, that every vegetable that they get, wash their meat, everything with vinegar to make it less radioactive. I mean, we all don't have a Geiger counter to test things, but I would like to buy one and just walk by in the grocery aisle and check things out, because I really believe that this damage is far greater than they're letting on to. And the reason for this is that back in 1959, the World Health Organization and the International Atomic Energy Agency signed an agreement, and basically who cannot say anything without the approval of the IAEA. And basically, once again, here we have industry guarding industry with their profits at risk. It's just crazy. We got to stop this. Join me. Let's make a difference.